Is the dream of home ownership still alive and well? Let's talk about it on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's up, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hyping, what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. It is Today in Mortgage. Rich, how you doing? How was your long weekend?
Great long weekend. Good
Good,
Memorial
good.
Day.
Good to take a step back and remember that, and also talk about the dream that they have given us the opportunity to have here in America, which is freedom. And part of that is freedom to choose where you want to live. And that's what we're talking about today in this article. The article's title is The American Dream of Home Ownership is Falling Apart with High Mortgage Rates. So, Rich, we've seen a lot of articles in the last several weeks, even months, of doom and gloom, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those. Can you give us kind of a little top level understanding of what they're talking about here?
In a lot of large marketplaces, it is difficult. Of course, I mean,
Mhm.
you've got limited inventory which is driving up home prices, then you have the interest rates which are driving up your monthly payments. And, it's tough right now. It's just tough. We spent 20 years not building homes to accommodate the population, and we just are where we are today. Um, you know, we had the same amount of homes in 2019 and a lot of sales were still happening. It's just now everything is appreciated so much due to the lack of inventory that it's a double whammy.
Yeah, and I think when I look at stuff like this, and we kind of look at the numbers that we see coming in, there are a lot of people out there still in the market, and a lot of people out there that are still trying to buy and are, successfully buying when they can find that home to buy. And so, Rich, I kind of wanted to look at this with just this kind of understanding that it is not all doom and gloom out there.
No.
Yes, it is much more difficult. Yes, there's some stats in here. One of the ones that popped out to me was it said 60% of renters said they will likely never be able to afford a home. That's definitely a very negative look at their future. And there's also some current realities built into that. But as we've seen over the past, 2 decades, Rich, the economy can shift pretty quickly, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could be a few months from now and things change, right? And renters are discouraged because their rent's high and so is the cost of owning a home. But for a lot of people, they're still buying. They're still getting after it. They're still going and looking at all the down payment assistance and affordable housing programs that are out there. There's still a lot of homes being sold today. It's just renters are feeling a little discouraged. It's a little bit harder today than it's been in the past.
Yeah, and I only bring that up, Rich, because I think it's part of our job to not sell the future, but encourage people about the future and just the way that things can change. But this, like, I'll never be able to afford a home, that hopelessness is something that I think is, as professionals, when people are talking about this and they're down in the dumps, like, hey, just adding a little bit of positivity to their day and saying, like, hey, if it's not going to happen now, renting for a season, that's great. Here's a way you can establish some goals to get to where you need to be to buy a home. And so just being like we kind of talked about here, our people are very personable. We are not a call center mortgage company. We are one to one, having that relationship. When you apply with a loan officer, they're going to see you through all the way to the end of that loan. And part of that is being friends with your clients and coaching them through these things, and even with people who could be clients in the future. I try to put my rose-colored goggles on when I read stuff like this. But Rich, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to, well, listen, a lot of renters right now, they just don't know. They read articles like this. They don't know what products are available to them. They don't know that maybe owning a home is less than $100 more than what they're paying rent for. It's just renters need to get out of the news and really talk to a professional and a mortgage professional so they can talk to them about all the different options that are out there for first time home buyers, and that it's not that much more expensive to buy right now today with the rates elevated to what they're at. Rates can come down and affordability will continue to improve.
Rich, I did want to touch on one thing before we kind of conclude on this. There was, a couple different things in here where different ways that people are losing hope. One of them was no chance to refinance was kind of like the sub headline of the section. and saying like, oh, rates are going to be high forever. Is that true, Rich? I mean, like if we go from buying a house now at 7%, rates get down to 5.8, that's still a significant decrease that someone can refinance into, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a significant payment savings going from a 7 to, 6. That's
Sure.
significant. And that would change the entire, rent versus buy calculus. Like
Mhm.
it would completely change it. A couple $100 a month on the average payment is significant.
That's what we're still talking about here, is that at some point, if you get in now, your payment's probably going to go down in the future in regards to your rate. If you don't get in now, you absolutely will be paying more in rent in the future. That is pretty much a fact.
Yeah.
And so that's just one of those things that we want to coach people on. We're not saying that you have to buy a house now. We're not saying that you should stretch yourself too thin to buy a house. It's just make sure you understand the facts. Make sure you're communicating the facts to borrowers if you're a professional out there, and really, lean into that coaching aspect of your job. And so that's kind of what we're talking about here. But I mean, like we've talked about, Rich, things are looking up this year
Yeah.
for
Things
us
are
and for
looking
the
great.
industry as a whole, right?
Yes,
All right.
things are
So
getting better. Like everything that we've been talking about for the past 18 months is starting to, peak. We're getting a good peak of what it's going to look like here in the near future. So things are looking up big time.
most definitely. So when you see stuff like this, try to balance it out with some good news as well, and
Yeah.
just know the reality. So, all right, thanks so much for your time, Rich. Thanks for everyone out there for watching, listening. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.